Hello, everyone. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've never done this before. My thoughts about new release for Hearthstone or adventures or stuff. I've always talked about during my actual episodes and stuff, but I never took the time to actually give a real thought process and what I think and stuff like that. So I'm going to do that starting with this new expansion since we have today. The new Hearthstone expansion has been officially announced. Journey to UnGoro. Anyone who is a World of Warcraft fan who played the game remembers UnGoro created pretty well. It was a really cool zone. I liked it. It had a lot of dinosaurs, elementals, a lot of dangerous type stuff lore-wise, and it had Titan stuff. So it was really, really cool. There were some really good quest lines there too, if I remember right. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the announcement. It's Journey to UnGoro, which is the name of the new expansion. You can see the art right there, big T-Rex type monster and logo, which is really cool. So what we'll do is we'll go over all the major bullet points. I do recommend you guys to watch the official announcement trailer, which is really cool. It shows stuff and the developers and game designer guys talk about it. Anyways, so the new synergy, or it hasn't not new synergy. There's some new tribes. There's some new type of cards, and there's new keywords. So I really like that. So let's go ahead and go through the bullet points that Blizzard pointed out. We have a brand new shaman card. Yeah, everyone loves shaman, right? So, as we all know, with the new set coming out soon, we're going to lose a lot. We're going to lose the Grand Tournament. I'm going to miss that. League of Explorers, really going to miss that. And we're going to also lose one other thing. What is it? I forget. I can't believe it. But anyway, so as you guys know, we're losing 3 different things, and we're gaining only 1 set. So we're losing a lot, but we're still keeping like the Wisps of the Old Gods, Karazhan, and all that good stuff. Oh, so as always, when we get a new set and rotation, we're losing a lot and gaining some stuff. We're getting 135 new cards, which is good. Spells, minions, etc. The first card they announced is Volcano, a shaman card. It's deal 15 damage randomly split among all minions. So it's very similar, kind of like elemental destruction. So shaman's losing that. So I guess they had to get some kind of replacement for it. It costs 5 mana, 2 overload, so it's not quite as heavily penalized as Eternal Darkness, Elemental Destruction, but the Elemental Destruction was 2 mana cheaper, so if you think about it, it's pretty much the same cost. This one, though, deal 15 damage randomly, so you could use it to actually remove big minions if there's not a huge board presence, and that's kind of cool. You could get removed, like if there's only a rag on the board, you could easily, and you have no other answer, you throw down Volcano. So it's going to be interesting. As you all know, really love playing WoW, so I love when new sets come out because WoW's just going to become more deeper and more richer. So you have, if I don't want to use Elemental Destruction in WoW, I could use Volcano, or I could do one of each, etc., etc. So anyways, I think WoW, longer the game goes out, the better it will be. I know some people disagree with that. They say it's going to be so OP, but a lot of OP cards will balance each other out. At least that's the idea. So I like Volcano. The animation that they showed in the trailer is pretty awesome. I think it's one of the best in the game. So I'm really looking forward to giving that a try, and that artwork is pretty amazing. And we have a new priest card, legendary Pyros for the priest. Actually, no, it's for the mage, but it starts out as a 2/2 minion, and if it dies, it returns to your hand as a 6/6 and costs 6. And the 6/6, if it dies, it returns to your hand and it's a 10/10. What's cool about this card is it's good for like your grinder mages, your control mages, obviously. It won't be for anything else because it's, in order to get max value, it's long. Has to have long games, and depends on the meta how it's going to be with the new set. I hope it's slower, but we shall see. But priests can get a lot of value out of this because they could steal it, kill it, and they get the death rattle in their hand, and they take away a lot of tempo and value from a mage. So sometimes priests get really excited when they see these 2 attack minions, and etc. So there's a new tribe as well, elemental minions. Now, what's really cool about this is they're going to update some of the old elementals in the game currently that don't technically have the elemental tag, like the fire elemental. It does, as you can see here, this is a graphic they're showing right here, 3/5, but after the new expansion, it's going to be 3/5 with the elemental tag. So there's going to be some new exciting synergies for it. So it's going to be interesting to see what they come up with. And then they have a new keyword, which I'm really, really looking forward to adapt. And here's an example of this long neck right here. It's a druid only card. It's a 5 mana, 5/4, which isn't the best stats in the world, but I mean, it's if you think about the Azure Drake's leaving standard, so 5 mana, 4/4 for the Azure Drake stats. Of course, obviously has a draw a card and spell power, but this is the 5/4, so it gets one a little bit more attack. So it's on par to there, but what's interesting about it is you can actually upgrade, I guess, or enhance your minion. Blizzard says there's 10, but they only officially showed 6 so far. So the first one's summon a 2/1/1 plants. That's kind of nice. Sticky board, +3 attack. So that would become, 8/4. Can't be targeted by spells or heroes. So that's actually really nice because, the games are all different. You don't know what you're going to need at the time, and have this flexibility could really change stuff in your favor or help. A Divine Shield, actually. If you think about this, a 5/4 for 5 mana with Divine Shield is excellent or really good. Wind Fury probably won't seem much of a choice, but you never know. Taunt, I mean, that's great against aggro. Throw down a 5/4, and then you put Taunt on it. Really could be helpful. Depends on what you get. And, of course, the situation of the game that you're in. Now, people would say, oh, why am I going to play a 5/4 card that might get Taunt when you can play like the Booty Bay Bouncer, I think it is, or something like that, which is a 5/4 with guaranteed taunt. So, but anyways, it's still flexibility, and I think this is where this new keyword could really start showing more skilled-based type decisions in a way where, like, your opponent could be not thinking long-term, like a few, with Hearthstone. Unfortunately, the meta is so aggressive that you tend to be surviving more than thinking, right? So that kind of sucks. But with this new adapt, you could actually maybe think a couple turns ahead and say, well, I really need a Divine Shield to or this, I'm against a mage. Not being able to do spells and hero power is pretty big. So anyways, another big announcement. Finally, we're getting a new 2 things, quest cards and then also legendary cards. So these new quest cards are legendary, so you're only going to get one. And they only released or revealed one of them so far for the priest, Awaken the Makers. Remember that the creator in World of Warcraft had a lot of Titan relics and Titan ruins and stuff. So the Makers is definitely Titan based. And what you do is it's a 1 mana cost spell. You always get in your opening hand no matter what, so that's kind of good. And you can mulligan if you don't want it. Let's say you don't maybe you don't want to use it for the beginning of the match. I don't know. It depends on the matchup. If you're going against a hunter, maybe it wouldn't be a best idea to keep it. But with a priest, you don't really do too much on turn 1 a lot of the times, or you can. Depends on your deck. So you might want to keep it. And then, like this situation, Awaken the Makers, you get a quest, summon 7 Death Rattle minions, and your reward is the Warden of Hope here. And she is pretty OP. Obviously, this is a very slow quest because 7 Death Rattles, if you're going against a Pirate Warrior, you're never going to ever get the reward because it's never going to last that long. But, so she's a 5 mana 8/8 with Taunt, and the battle cry is so nice. Set your hero's health to 40. So it's kind of like a Reno Jackson, right? In a way, but better. because you don't need to worry about having you can have duplicates in your deck. So that's going to be very interesting, and I really want to see what, of course, like the Druid gets, the Druid, the Mage, and all, etc., etc. I'm really looking forward to that. And also hear that you're going to get 2 legendaries for each class. The normal legendary that's not a quest, or these quest cards, and then the quest card itself will be the second legendary. So that one, of course, obviously would be, you might not see it a lot of times in certain games. Who knows? See how it goes. So anyways, a small recap. You're going to get 2 legendaries in this expansion per class. So you're going to get 1 normal, and then like your Fandral, and then type mini where you always have access to it, and then the questing legendary cards, which will reward you your second hero's legendary. So it'd be very interesting to see what we get. The background for the new battleground, whatever you want to call it, is very nice. I like it a lot. I really like this tree, how it goes way up there. Usually a lot of the stuff on the board, game boards don't go too high, but that's really nice. We have the turtle here. I'm pretty sure you'd be able to beat on the drum, to wake up the turtle, stuff like that. Here's some nice little plants with water bones, and the volcano, I'm pretty sure you can make it erupt, and it looks like some kind of totem there. So I really like that. It's really nice. All right, so like most expansions, the Journey to UnGoro will have a pre-sale. If you decide to do the pre-sale, you get 50 packs for $49.99, and you get this pretty awesome-looking card back. I actually think it's probably one of my favorite in the game so far that I've seen. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I will definitely have that, and of course the unpacking, and then the new packs look amazing as well. I love it. So I can't wait to get that going. So if you want to partake in that, you definitely want it for the card pack if you collect card packs like myself. If you don't care, I guess, don't do a pre-order. It's up to you. So anyways, it goes on to say that they're going to start revealing more cards on March 17th. So that's, couple weeks away, unfortunately. So 1, 2, yeah. So it's almost 3 weeks, a little less than 3 weeks. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this. I really, I'll try to do more stuff like this in the future. I mean, it's kind of nice. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope the meta slows down. I mean, I understand there's a lot of negativity about Hearthstone's meta, and the ranking's not nice and all that. I understand that. It's kind of sucks seeing same decks over and over again. So I hope that this expansion adds a lot of anti-aggro tools, tries to help, give control and mid-range some tools to combat aggro. Hopefully the nerfs that are supposed to happen, most likely I'm thinking tomorrow, since it's the end of February, they said it's supposed to come in February, will help as well. I'm really looking forward to Adapt. I think that's going to add a lot of good skill-based decisions to the game. Might start separating, the novices or stuff like that. Who knows? And I'm interested to see what the next 4 are. I mean, this is the 6 out of 10. Maybe you could, for example, going back to this long neck Druid card, what if one of them is a draw a card? So you drop it down, and you could do a battle cry of a card. I mean, that stuff like that it's awesome, right? I love flexibility. I do hope that they keep this keyword supported going forward, and they only add to it. It'd be kind of cool if they did some kind of like the legendary for they added with the Mean Streets of Gatherstan, where you could actually have a substantial amount of additions to where they add maybe 10, 20, 30, but then starts becoming so diluted that it might hurt the system. But anyways, I'm really hoping that this is something that is well supported, and I can't wait to see more cards. I can't wait to see the other legendaries. The Priest's legendary is pretty insane. I mean, geez, look at that. And then got a nice new game board, which I really like, and then the pre-purchase as well. I love that card back. So yeah, it's good stuff. And it's supposed to be released in early April, so I'm thinking like April 1st or 2nd or something like that. So it's good stuff, and I hope we get some good stuff out of the journey to UnGoro. It was an awesome zone. I liked it and enjoyed it, questing it in World of Warcraft. Let's hope it makes for an awesome Hearthstone Expansion. So Year of the Mammoth is about to start, and hopefully we'll get good stuff, guys. Thank you, and let me know what you think. If you think the new expansion is going to bring good stuff to Hearthstone, or it's just going to be more of the same and disappointing metas. Problem, too, is where standard is limit card pool. You're never going to have diversity, because what's going to happen is after a few weeks after our new set's released, you're going to have a fine-tuned deck show up. Net decking is going to happen, and you're only going to have a select few. But hopefully Blizzard will try their best, like the Sylvanas, Drakes, and Ragnos going to Wild to the Hall of Fame set could help create diversity as well. We will see what happens, but I have high hopes. I still love Hearthstone, and it's good. I enjoy it, and as long as that continues to happen, I'll continue investing time and money into it. So, anyways, I hope you enjoy this little thought on the new expansion, and take care, guys.